continue, that we have an option besides ACCJC, but that it is a consistent option across all colleges. So I just wanted to clarify that.
The western rows, so that's lost.
You know, I think that's only ACCJC, so I don't know about. So I don't know. I got it from this website.
It is still there. In January, they came out with, and Sullivan's hearing tonight over the other, I think, only 4 warnings in January. As a result of the CCSF microscope they're under. But in June, that went up. So it's almost like they were like, okay, well, we're good. No, we're going to go back. So it is, it did go up, I think it went up to 7 or 8 in June.
And also, I think San Francisco City College is the only one where they went direct to show cause without a warning or probation. And plus, they gave them only 8 months to remedy the process, whereas normally colleges get 2 years. So it's really, and the case, there are 3 cases, there are 3 lawsuits against ACCJC. One is the one that's going on right now is the San Francisco City Attorney. And the main issue there is, I think, political bias is the issue, because ACCJC supported the student success Senate bill, I think it's called, I forget, 1456. And San Francisco City College was the first one to actually oppose that. So they say that there is a political bias there. The second lawsuit is by CFT against ACCJC because of conflict of interest and unlawful practices. The third one is by Save San Francisco City College Coalition. It's a coalition of students, faculty, and community members, and classified staff who have filed a lawsuit. So there are 3 that are in the pipeline.
Move approval of the resolution.
Second.
Any discussion?
In the second to last result, 3rd line, accredited by the California.
Body shall be Senate.
Mine has it.
Mine has.
Yeah, you don't have that. Sorry, that's cool.
I think, here's what you said we had it corrected.
Yeah.
I have it corrected here, so. Yeah, so the electron copy, we have it corrected. Yeah. Armando? Oh. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Abstentions? And the resolution passes. I've been in Senate for 6 years now. I have never passed so many resolutions. We have one more.
Yay!
I know, this one is actually very exciting. It should be a lot less controversial than any of the other ones. This is great news for students. Just briefly, and I'll let Tracy take it. So the students were here last week. We asked them to, we asked the senators to stay. There was a quorum that stayed. We listened to their presentation. They were outstanding, very well versed in what they were doing. They knew exactly what was going on. They are outstanding students. And then I believe Tracy, Adele, who's not here today, and Scott put this resolution together and turned that in, and I'll turn it over to Tracy.
Adele and I put it together. Scott was so kind to be our third person to sign, and I grabbed it just because I saw him, otherwise I was going to do it. So, but in the spirit of just, wanting to get more resolutions out there. Yes. But Adele did make the comment that she thought it would be nice to have a resolution. So, and primarily what I did in terms of the content of the resolution is just grab some of the verbiage from those handouts that those of you may have received last week. So hopefully you had a chance to read through it. Does any of you want to go through it line by line, or?
Yeah, the very first whereas, 79% of entering college students.
Yes, I already made that change.
Okay.
So, yes.
And the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one grammatically seems to imply that supporting college completion is an issue that could threaten the future of our democracy.
Oh, good point. Well, like that is an excellent point. Problem. We don't want to keep that.
I mean, we could just take out the issue that could threaten
Yeah.
the future of the democracy and just say it's a moral imperative.
Sure. Cool. And then I actually had another potential change since this was sent out. So the therefore be it resolved. And this was based on a comment that Scott gave me, but therefore be it resolved that the Students College Faculty Senate supports the Community College Completion Corps in its efforts to increase student success in college completion. Maybe you could say something about the Senate disapproves the efforts of the completion corps. Sure. Instead of supports. Approves the efforts, or approves of the efforts.
So it would read the community college completion.
Oh, I'm sorry, no, the Cerritos College Faculty Senate approves of the efforts of the Community College Completion Corps in its efforts to increase student success. Stephen?
One more addition to the be it further resolved, the bottom, second line, faculty and staff to exam.
And period.
Motion to approve? Second? Any discussion? Any more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Abstentions? Thank you.
Michelle, sorry, can I add one more thing? So they were the faculty pledge cards, so we have, they're on this copies last time, so we have like nice cards, like official looking ones this time. So if anyone wants to give them to anybody else, any other colleagues to sign.
Where does this go? Where does this go? We're gonna find things.
Oh, you can get it back to me, or Joe Lino is our president of Phi Beta Kappa. He's here today, and Megan, our vice president. So if anyone wants to sign today, that didn't sign last week, we'll take it now, otherwise you can always just send it back to me. Thank you.
Did you do it? Tracy, you didn't want to say something?
Any comments, Joe, Megan, are you guys?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, standing committee reports. Rich.
Good morning. It's great to be back in front of you. I wanted to come and talk to you about some changes that are taking place statewide with curriculum that will have an impact on all of our departments, or could have an impact on all of our departments. It has to do with the degrees and certificates that you have or wish to have. When you create a new degree or certificate, the state has a form to have degrees or certificates. You never knew that because they were created 20, 30 years ago. A couple of years ago, the state, the Chancellor's Office, introduced a new electronic database. And when it populated that database, it brought over the fact that we have Cerritos College has a degree or certificate in this area. But the fields that show what courses need to be taken to complete that degree or certificate And that narrative on why we need it and what its purpose is and stuff like that did not populate into the database. And rather than them pulling out all those paper forms and having somebody sit down and type that information in, they're now asking the community colleges to populate that portion of the database. Well, Pam is working on that on the course level because she's just copying what we have in the catalog and putting there. But they're asking for us to put more of the narrative in there. And fortunately, they're not asking for the full narrative because we have it on paper, they have it on paper, who knows where. And it may not all be up to date anymore. But they're asking basically for 2 questions. The first question is, describe your department and how this degree fits into it. The second question is, what are the requirements for the degree, the courses and stuff like that. We have that in the catalog. But they're asking us now to go back to all those existing degrees and certificates and fill in that first question. I don't want to go back to the department chairs on campus and say, guess what, we need more work out of you. I was at the Chair's Council last week. I am a chair. I understand the amount of work that's involved in the jobs already. But I have a solution, and I need your help for it. When we do our unit plans, the first question on our unit plans is describe your department. It's very, very close to what the Chancellor's Office is asking for. And what I would like your help in, what my solution is, why don't we just take that verbiage and move it from our unit plans, which we've already created, move it into this field for now. It may not be 100% of what the Chancellor's Office wants, but it's good enough for now. So that we populate something there. And then when you come through and you modify an existing degree or certificate, then we'll update it beyond that. To do that, however, I would like to Academic Senate to direct the Office of Academic Affairs to go in there to our unit plans, pull that information, and populate that database for us. The alternative, of course, would be to go back to the individual departments and ask them to write up a narrative. So that's one change that's taking place. You should be aware that if you modify an existing degree or certificate by adding courses or subtracting courses, and we've had a lot of that happening in the last couple of years, the Chancellor's Office now is actually taking a look at that first question and the second question, and actually in the last week I've learned that there's a third and a fourth that may have to be included on some of the narratives. You're going to have to create that at the same time. So if you come before the curriculum committee with a new course proposal, we're going to ask you, does this course fit into an existing degree or certificate? And if so, let's update that at the same time. Because we don't want to have happen what we have had happen this semester with a couple of our degrees. The new courses got approved, but because the Chancellor's Office is backed up, the degree and certificate did not get approved and is not in the catalog. So we have some departments that are offering new courses that are up to date, but they don't plug into what's in the catalog for a degree or certificate because we were unable to improve or update that old one. And they're no longer offering the old courses, so students cannot earn what's in the catalog. And so we're going to change our procedures a little bit to make sure that we don't put new courses in there until we've had the degree or certificate approved as well. But it just emphasizes the fact that when you bring something before the curriculum committee, our past practice has been, let's approve the course, later on we'll update the degree or certificate. Now we have to do them at the same time. And that's a little extra work up front, but it's making sure that we actually get things done and get things right in the catalog. So that is taking place now too. But when you come, you're going to need to do that narrative as well. Hopefully we'll have a starting point for you. So that's pretty much my report for today, with the request that you direct the, maybe with a resolution, I don't know, to the Office of Academic Affairs to use that unit plan material.
I make a motion that we allow them to, what's the word?
Well, well,
Direct them.
to direct them to use that material, but if you want to do it in the form of